you hate the thought of working past 55 or 60? Do you hate not being able to live the life you deserve today? Do you hate not knowing what your financial future looks like? It's time to stop doing what you hate. Here's your host, Mr. Harold Green.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Harold Green of Brightree Financial Group, and it is time to stop doing what you hate. I hope you are having a fantastic day. I'm doing pretty good, sitting here recovering from this COVID, and I don't know if I should tell anybody that, but I don't really care no more. Came down with it about 2 weeks ago, and it's just been like real interesting, right? When I've been hearing about COVID, like every day. And then like to come down with the crap and then, just to kind of see how it affects your body and how you deal with it. For, some people they've had mild conditions and some people it's been real bad. But, for me, for the most part, it was just kind of like having a cold. And, I got a cough here and there and then, my nose is all stuffy. But nevertheless, it was interesting, the whole isolation period and that kind of stuff. But it really helped me put a lot of different things in perspective. And I'm going to be talking to you about some of that perspective today and today's show titled, It's Your Season. That's right. It is your season. It is time for you to get it. And I want to give a shout out to my man, J.R. Jonathan Rivera of the Podcast Factory. Dude is in his season. Congrats. Shout out to you. I got the book. And on the back, you see JR sitting there smoking a cigar, is just kind of looking out, smoking a cigar. You can tell that dude is in his season. He's been working hard, grinding. And hopefully everything you got going on is just giving you for the phenomenal results. And I'm quite sure they are. And so, again, shout out to JR. So are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's your season. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it. So talking about your season, and there's a lot of seasons in life that people go through, some of them phenomenal seasons. Sometimes you find yourself, a tough season, a season of loss, a season of like grief, a season of which way is up, which way is down, a season of it's just me all by myself, or it's your season of like, it's me against the world. I mean, there's a lot of different seasons out there that people find themselves in. And, a lot of times I think that, and, I'm just going to be talking with you today. I don't have a show lined up or anything like that, but this is just something that was on my mind and something that was on my heart about it being your season. But, a lot of people, when they get into these seasons, one or two things can happen. They can come out of their season victorious, or they can come out of their season a victim of what happened to them, post-traumatic stress syndrome or disorder, because of the things that you went through was just so horrific. It takes years to come out of this stuff. But that's not the kind of season I'm talking about today. I'm talking about for the people out there that have been working hard. They've been grinding and preparing themselves. Again, we're on this topic of ambition, and we're in this ambition series, and it being one of your season, or it being your season, is part of the ambition series. Because here's the deal. Once you have ambition, once you're ready to go, once you're ready to rock, once you're ready to roll, it is your season. Once you have equipped yourself, it is your season. It is time to make some things happen for yourself. No more sitting around waiting on, hey, is this the right opportunity? Hey, is now the right time? Hey, is, the temperature just right? It is right. It is your season. So all the things out there that you've been working on and all the things out there that you have been putting your mind to, you've been talking to people about it. You're talking to your close friends and talking to your consultants and maybe talking to your financial advisor, and you've just kind of been talking about it. And now it's time to go. It is go time, because it is your season. If this is resonating with you, you know who I'm talking about, and you know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. There are some people that I talk to, they need to make a move. They know they need to make a move, but they're concerned about what it's going to look like on the other side, what it's going to look like on the other end. And I was giving my cousin a crash course the other day on investing and how to look at potential returns using targets, price targets, and different things like that. And we were talking about making trades, and I said, "So, what do you think about all this?" And he said, "Well, I don't know how it's going to work out." I said, "Dude, if you want what you say you're wanting, you're going to have to make this work out. There is no, I want to see how it works out. You're going to make it work out. You're going to do everything you need to do in order to make this work because it's your season. It's your season to change. It's your season to get to a different level. It's your season to take advantage of the land of opportunity, which we talked about in our last meeting. And you know where your land of opportunity is. You see it. It's been shown to you. But for some reason, you sit there and you just like, you won't make a move. I'm telling you, it is your season. And you have to have faith in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And here's another thing. A lot of times people don't recognize when their season is because of the people that they're rolling with, the people that they're hanging with. And not everybody is going to take advantage of their opportunities. And not everybody is going to step into their land of opportunity. Why? Because a lot of people, quite frankly, are in love with the idea of being successful, but they're not in love with the idea of doing what it takes in order to be successful. They're just in love with the dream of being successful, in love with the dream of having everything that they ever wanted in life. But yet, when it comes time to take an action and their season of opportunity is presented to them, they sit on their hands, they make excuses, and sometimes they'll even try to persuade you that, no, man, this is not your season. No, man, this is not your time. No, man, don't go out there. You're going to get hurt, man. Don't do that, man. Watch out, man. You got to be careful, man. Anything can happen, man. I hear stuff like that. And it's coming from a heart of mediocrity, right? Mediocre living. And that was one of the things I had to look at for myself in understanding the season that I'm in and understanding that it is my season, but it's my season for some different things that I need to do. It's time. It is high time I get these things done and put these things to work in my life. And the definition of doing the same thing you always done, expecting different results, you guys all know that that's insanity. But I just want you to hear me real quick. Just want you to hear me. It's your season. Let's get it. And so right now, we're in the midst of this weird cycle in the stock market. And there's a lot of fear going on. There's a lot of talk about war. There's a lot of talk about a lot of different things. And how is it going to affect, my portfolio? And somebody was asking me about, what if we go to war with Russia and all of this and that? I'm like, look, if we ever go to war these days with a country like that, going to war will be the last thing you probably are thinking about, because you probably won't be here to even think about something like that. But this stuff is going to work itself out. And the question you have to ask yourself, all right, so now we're in this season of turmoil and this season of not knowing where things are going to go. But however, how can I take advantage of what's happening right now and turn it to my benefit, right? And a lot of times people say, well, I just want to wait and see how it turns out. Well, if history repeats itself, I hope it turns out okay. And so with that being said, look at what's beaten up right now. Look at things that are not, headed the way that you normally think they would go, and then take advantage of that stuff. A lot of the stocks in the market are beaten up. They're beaten down. They're cheap. People have been selling them for no good reason. Like when I run the analysis and I look at all this stuff, people just sell out of it. So for me, that's a season of buying things that people are getting rid of without even doing any type of fundamental analysis. I was talking to a guy, I think it was yesterday or whatnot, and he was telling me about some of the stuff he had bought, and then he sold it too quick and he got scared and different things like that. And he said to me, he said, you must have nerves of steel. And I said, not necessarily. I just kind of know where I am and where I'm headed and why I'm doing this, right? I understand that this is my season to be doing this. And one of the other things you're going to have to understand is you're going to have to get rid of some of the distractions that are in your life, some of the things that are not working out to your favor that are not to your advantage, things that could hinder you in your season. When you look at NFL athletes or anybody who has to play a season, there's a season of them prepping before the season even starts. And then when they were in that season, a lot of them just shut a lot of things down and they focus on taking advantage of their opportunity in that season. So my question for you is, have you sat down and recognized the fact that it is your season and it is your time? What are some of the adjustments you're going to have to make in order to come out of your season victorious and on top versus a victim of circumstance or whatever it might be? You got to sit down and think about this stuff. And one of the things I do with people is in the Rapid Retire program, that is my flagship program, is helping people get to the position to retire a lot faster than they normally would. We got to sit down and look at where you are. Like, what season are you in? And is it your season to make adjustments to win versus sitting here like, well, someday I hope to be able to do this. Well, someday I hope to be able to do that. Well, what if someday never comes? And as I always say, we have to take someday and make it today, right? We're always waiting for the sweet by and by and for the conditions to be just right. Just because everybody else is scared and running for the hills don't mean you have to do the same thing, right? You got to think different. You got to have an open mind and understand when to take advantage of the opportunities that you're being presented with, when to walk into your land of opportunity and make things happen for yourself, your family, the people around you, your community. No more sitting by and going from one season to the next and not taking advantage of those, right? Have faith, have courage, be courageous, be of good cheer. We can get this done. And one of the things I always love to offer my listeners is the opportunity to sit down with me one-on-one and analyze your finances and to see what season you're in. I want to do that. So click on the show notes for me, get on my calendar, and let's check this thing out, all right? So thank you for allowing me to rant and rave, to boost you up, to cheer you up, because I'm super excited about our opportunities moving forward. And I want to be ambitious. I don't want you to be ambitious, right? Because we got to make some things happen. So until next time, everybody, 1, 2, 3, let's get it.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.